It took me weeks. Oh my gosh,
So
it took me weeks.
I and by the way, we are kicking it. I'm gonna be real with you. I haven't been playing no other game
But
besides
Marvel
Marvel
Rivals,
Rivals,
that's real.
and I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, last season I made it to plat. I'm gold one right now. So it
Okay.
looks like I may hit the plat again, but that's just until Monster Hunter comes out. When
Oh,
Monster Hunter comes out, I'm telling, I did already figured out who I'm gonna play as. I mean, well, my weapon, twin blades, dual blades. I'm gonna be a dual blade. So, but this is going to be my. I'm kind of excited because this is going to be my first Monster Hunter game. I haven't
you gonna
played
love it,
Monster
man.
Hunter.
You gonna love it, bro. You
I,
gonna love
I'm
it.
I'm pretty excited about this Monster Hunter. Like, dude, I'm like super stoked about this. I'm like,
I,
this game is gonna be the shit.
I say this as a compliment. Monster Hunter World was my first Monster Hunter,
Okay.
and it was an amazing game. But I would never buy another one again because I'm burnt out because the amount of things I did in that game, the amount of
Time.
times,
Yeah. Marquez said, "Yes, sir."
bro, you gonna be spamming hunting bosses to get the materials from them to make a better weapon.
Dude, I'm so hyped for Monster Hunter, and I ain't gonna lie.
Man,
Can we get some W's in the chat for my man Marquez? Clap it up
man,
for my man, because if it wasn't for Marquez, I would have been like, nah, I'm not getting this. But he was talking about he's setting up shop with Monster Hunter, and I was like, what the hell is that? So then he showed me. I'm like, dude, I'm super hyped about this jump.
yeah,
I'm dual
yeah,
blading it up.
yeah.
Uh, but we
You gonna
got
love
some.
it.
And first of all, welcome to episode 91 of Blerd Talk. How's everybody doing, Jay? How you doing tonight? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm trying to
I,
stay
I don't like the
alive,
way you just did that. Why did you just do that?
man. No, I'm just trying to stay alive, bro.
Man, um, I wanted to start off something first because recently I just watched the Joker 2. Before we get into what you think the thumbnail is, we're gonna talk about that and how I'm a simp for DC in a good way, But I wanted to talk about the Joker 2 because you sent me an article about Lady Gaga and what she said about it. And I want to make this very clear, okay? I sat here and said Joker 2 is probably the worst movie I saw last year. And I stand by that statement. I stand by that.
You can't.
But I will say this. It was
You can't stand by
not bad because of Lady Gaga and Phoenix. It was bad because the story was just terrible.
it. It was terribly executed.
And it was terribly executed. So I will stand by that. It had nothing to do with Lady Gaga. It had nothing to do with Phoenix. I think everybody in there did a good job. The story was just, it was not there. It wasn't executed good. And I'm not going to lie to you. There was only one song that I actually liked in the whole thing. The singing really threw it off for me.
There is a story. It's just they did it through the musical, which
And it's
messed up the pace.
stupid.
There is a story. I don't want to. I don't want to explain it because I'm with you. It was a bad movie. It ain't the worst, and and you can't say it's the worst because you ain't even watched Venom 3, so you can't say it's the worst.
So, okay,
So
I assume that
you
nothing
haven't
can be
seen
worse than Venom 3.
yeah, and
or Craven.
Came out late.
Or Craven. Uh, I just assumed nothing can be better than or worse than those.
Yeah.
Um,
Joker 2 is clearly better than both movies, by the way.
okay,
That's
and
me saying.
I will stand by that. Okay, even though I haven't seen those two, I'm pretty sure they can't be as bad as that.
Oh man, Rhino man, you saw what Brandon was texting in the group chat when he was watching.
Yeah. um, Agatha. I haven't watched all of Agatha. I just started episode 3, but I can tell you right now, they said Agatha all along season 2 not happening. Marvel
She
has
said it, and I'm happy she said it.
Marvel has
No, it wasn't Marvel. It wasn't Marvel. It was her.
Oh, it was
She
her
said
who
it.
said it.
Yes.
So she said
said
she's not doing it.
Yeah, they tried her to get her to do a season 2 of WandaVision. She said no.
I did see that she tried to do a second reason of but you know what? But see,
Thank you.
Shout out to
Someone
her.
with sense.
Shout out to her. Because how often do we say on this show, some things just don't need another season?
And how coincidental that, in my opinion, she has 2 of the top 5 MCU shows that they
Absolutely.
made with WandaVision
Absolutely.
and Agatha all along.
Absolutely. I 100%
Somebody
agree
with
with
some
that.
brains over there.
Yep.
Thank you.
So, yeah, she's using her brain, and I applaud that. I applaud that
Man,
she said no. I applaud. Some
you don't
things
have to
just need to end
oversaturate.
no matter how good they are. In the words of the Oracle from the Matrix, everything that has a beginning has an end. So
Yep.
I'm I'm down with it. Uh I got some other stuff. I played the Indiana Jones game. It's like that. I like
That's
that.
real.
It was actually quite nice. I enjoyed it. I
I
enjoyed
had
it.
it installed and then I said, my backlog is crazy, and I just
I
uninstalled it.
I
But I
enjoyed
will
it.
try it one day. I will try it one day.
Oh, and also somebody tried to test my gangster earlier, and I'm going to go ahead and say this statement before we get into the nitty gritty. One, I stand by my statement saying that Vegeta is still the best character in Dragon Ball Z. Next comes
Yes.
Trunks, then comes Gohan, and then and then and maybe then comes Goku. Maybe I would even say Mr. Satan is a better character than Goku. Okay,
What?
that's just my unpopular opinion. We're doing hot takes. We're doing a new thing on this show. Hot takes. Hot take that I also have because the anime is coming out of me. Jason's not gonna like this. One Piece is overrated.
You gotta be kidding.
Now, is it as overrated as what's the one with the mechs that I just watched?
Evangelion.
Evangelion, super overrated. I don't know what people see in that shit. I'm like this. I don't know what people see in this. I do not know what people see in this. No, I don't know.
How far have you gotten in One Piece?
And who?
How far have you gotten in One Piece?
Third episode.
I rest my case, ladies and gentlemen.
Third episode.
I rest my case, ladies and gentlemen. I rest my case. I rest my case. That's why I rest my case.
Overrated.
It takes longer than 3 episodes. Way
Um,
longer.
another hot
Evangelion,
take.
I got the 15. I got the 15 that I knew by then. I gave it 15 and I was like, this
Man,
is a wrap.
maybe I should go ahead and give it a whirl.
You got to go past 3 episodes.
Oh, here we go. You know that's gonna be very hard for me. So
That's like watching the first 3 episodes of Smallville and be like, yo, I'm done.
whoa, first of all, don't bring Smallville.
Exactly.
Don't bring Smallville.
Exactly.
Don't bring
Exactly. Exactly.
Tom Welling, Michael Rosenbaum, they didn't have nothing to do with this. They don't got nothing to do with this. Leave them out of this. They don't got nothing to do with this. Leave them out of this.
Same thing.
Oh, I know this is kind of old news, but I do want to tackle this because we was talking about The Flash and how the director of The Flash said he didn't think the movie did good because nobody cares about The Flash. I absolutely disagree with that. Absolutely. And I think the movie was just written, same thing. Terrible writing, because I told you the only good thing I liked about The Flash was Michael Keaton and Sasha Cohen, the girl that plays Supergirl. Literally the best things about the movie. I was not too impressed about that too.
I would not disrespect the director's skill, seeing as I'm just a man sitting on the couch.
And I'm
But
not
with
gonna
that
lie,
type of-
Andy has a good track record. If I'm not mistaken, I think he directed it.
With that
I'm not
with
even
that type
sure
of
about that.
mentality, with that type of mentality, he should not have been directed.
Yeah, he shouldn't have just directed that movie. I think he just thought that DC was gonna be on the ups, so he took it. But I don't think he should have directed that. That wasn't a good call.
Hate to bring up this example and kind of parallel, but no one knew who Guardians was before.
Yeah, exactly. In other news, Supergirl has started filming. I'm excited because the DCU is on its way. The DCU is on its way. The DCU is on its way, people.
You better pray, boy.
The DCU is on its way.
You better pray, boy. You better pray.
And this is the best part.
Don't get me wrong. I'm hoping you're right, but I'm not where y'all at, man.
If it's trash, I'm gonna get so beat up in the chat. It's not even gonna make any sense.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm gonna personally hit up James Gunn on Instagram, like, James, don't let me down. I got my whole life riding on this.
Yeah.
Pause.
Now, to be fair, it has to be from a review standpoint, at least debatable. If it's clear, it's a wrap. If it's clear in a negative way, it's a wrap.
Okay, I agree with that. I agree with that.
I'll
So
ride with you if the movie turn out as a 7. I'll help you fight the mob.
So I
I'll
was
help
going to tell
fight the
you
mob.
what
I'll
delivers a
help you fight the
score.
mob.
I was you boy. That's why we boys. That's
Yeah.
why we boys. You nailed it right on the head. What determines a score that you would be like, okay, Josh?
If it's a 7, I'll help you fight the mob.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Because,
I can go with a
because
7.
you're going to have the mob say it's supposed to be better than a 7.
Exactly.
But I will fight the mob on a 7.
Okay,
But
I can stand by that. I can stand by that.
anything less than a 7,
We gonna have problems, and I'm with it.
I'm gonna let the mob get you.
I'm gonna stand by that.
Let the mob get you. I'm gonna stand back.
And since we're already talking about that,
boy,
I don't know if y'all saw the we have a thumbnail for the show today. That thumbnail is from the Superman teaser trailer. Now y'all know I am not a trailer person. I watch normally one trailer and that's it. Horror movies, I don't watch no trailers at all. But we had to watch Superman. That was the thing. So the scene that you see, they really only showed 2 neat scenes. One is Lex Luthor getting off a plane. Looks like he's in Antarctica or somewhere cold. I'm thinking he's at the Fortress of Solitude. Okay, he got like the glasses on. And now, since I think about it, for those who don't know, that dude Nicholas Hoult, he was auditioning to be Superman, but they gave him Lex Luthor. And from what it's looking like right now, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this Lex Luthor move for sure. Yeah. Absolutely. The next scene is the scene you see. So Superman is flying. He does this little rotation. The camera goes, and the camera goes right in his face. Now I will tell you, the first time watching, I was like, "Uh-oh, yikes!" I was like, "Yikes!" Okay, I was like, "This looks bad." That's what I said. That's in my head. I said this looks bad, but I did not think. Some people are saying it is just as bad as Henry Cavill's mustache. Not even close. It is not even close to that. Because if you remember, his mustache thing was terrible. Like, I don't even know how it made it out the room. Like, if I watched that and it was about to go out, I'd have been like, "No, fix this whole shit." Like, this is bad.
That is one of my favorite movie scenes of all time. Oh my God.
That was bad. That one was bad. It is not even close to that. So everybody who is saying it's close to that, y'all are welling. Stop the cap. Okay, stop the cap. Because it is not as bad as that. But now, James, I was about to call you James Gunn. Jason, you said that James Gunn did have a reply to that. I didn't see that part.
He said they CGI.
He said, so that's all David, the dude who's acting. But I figured that, I don't know why and when people was thinking it's CGI, I kept on saying this can't be CGI. Now, maybe everything around him is, but why would they make him CGI? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't think James Gunn looks like, it seems like he's the type to only use it when necessary.
Right, when necessary, absolutely. So
if I can make it look like he's flying without it, then why am I going to use it?
I'm thinking maybe they use like a fisheye lens or something like that. That made it a little. That's what I'm thinking. But now everybody's in a fence like, "Oh no, Superman's gonna be trash." Everybody's like, "Superman is gonna be trash." Just look at this. And I will tell you, if you see it, it does look bad. Are we in agreement with that?
No.
You don't think it looks bad?
No.
How do you feel about it?
Nothing. I saw the trailer. When I saw the extended trailer, I caught the backlash of it late.
Okay.
So I saw the trailer, the flying. It didn't do nothing for me. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Yeah, same. The flying did nothing to me. I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, he's flying."
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought I would see different scenes from the original trailers. Like you said, it's only 2.
Yeah, it's
so
only like 2 new scenes. Yeah.
And then I ain't think nothing of it. And then when I got back on Twitter, I was seeing people tweeting about it, but they weren't being direct about what they were saying about the trailer. So I was confused. I was like, "Wait, what?" And then that's when I started people talking about, "That's bad CGI." And I was like, "Wait, there's another trailer with this bad CGI? What trailer is this?" And then that's when I looked and I was like, "Wait, this what y'all was talking about?"
Yeah.
It went over my head, bro. I didn't have no problem with it.
So you saying when you saw it, you didn't notice like his eyes, like to me,
I saw his face, but it didn't really. I didn't look at it and go, that looks bad, or digital effects.
I literally said, why his eyes look like that? That's literally what I said. And I don't know, because it could be a lens thing. It could be a lens. But it just, to me, it was kind of like, if I saw that and I wanted to put it out, I'm like, let's fix this. Let's fix it. At least let's use another scene or another something. You know?
Look, man. Look, that little trailer scene, and no knock on people having harsh criticism about the trailer, but it will have no type of weight on if the movie's going to be good or not.
Agreed.
So that's why I kind of like don't care, because even if that scene is still in the movie exactly the way it is, if the rest of it is super lit, you're not going to care.
And
so call me when the movie comes out.
So do you think trailers make and break movies? Or do you think that, and chat, let me know, chat, do you think if you see a trailer and you go like, because if like trailers, to me, there's not been one trailer where I go like, oh, I'm not going to see this. If anything, a trailer makes me like, oh, I should go see this. Like Craven, the trailer for Craven was, it was damn good. I liked it. I was like, I got to go see this. But then when y'all beat me to it, I was like, ooh.
If I didn't see the first, because remember they pushed it back. So when it was initially supposed to come out, if that trailer never happened, I might have been with you. But because that trailer dropped, then Madam Web dropped, then they pushed it back, and then they dropped a whole new trailer, I was like, gotcha. I know what y'all about to do.
Gotcha.
I know what y'all about to do with this one.
Margaret said, people aren't sold on the movie yet. I just really feel like they need to be more careful with the clips they're putting out. I absolutely agree with that. No, I don't care about the trailers, but when the effects look off in a superhero movie, I get anxious. I agree with that. I do agree with that. Now, but hold on, Margaret. I don't think people are not sold on it. I think, okay, if I'm being honest, I feel like because Superman is such a big deal, and Superman is a well-known superhero, I feel like just on that alone, people are going to see the movie. Just on that alone.
But I'm kind of with Marquez.
Yeah, Marquez. Right? Yep.
I'm kind of with him on. I don't think a lot of people are sold on it. I also think people are looking for a reason not to be sold.
Yeah, kind of like, oh well, yeah. Ming got a good point. Ming said Sonic, they changed the whole visuals because Sonic looked but Sonic,
that's way different than
but I'm not gonna hold you.
Even if I did,
I feel like that was kind of a setup too. Hear me out. I feel like that was a publicity stunt to see Sonic, because hold on, look how bad he looked. But then when they redid him, I'm like, this is like how Sonic's supposed to look. You don't think that was like a stunt just to get people to go see it?
They thought they was going to cash out because it's Sonic. They thought all the kids and the grown folks that grew up with Sonic was going to just do it just because.
But remember how bad he looked, though? Like, it was terrible. He looked like something out of Mr. Crockett. He
but look at respectfully the intelligence of these people putting out the movie. Yeah. We got Henry Cavill's mustache. It looked like the CGI was trying to keep up.
Yeah, it was so bad. It was, Henry's mustache thing was so, okay, for those of you who don't know, because I forgot there's some people who listen. All right, so when he was filming Justice League. He was filming
I'm sorry.
You're right though. So
yeah, go ahead, my bad.
And Mission Impossible, he was filming Mission Impossible around the same time he was doing Justice League. Well, they wanted him to cut his mustache, and he was like, nah, I'm not doing it, because he was in Mission Impossible 3. So they CGI'd the mustache. And when I tell y'all it was bad, like it was so bad. Like,
we went, and I think we told the story a million times. We went into the movie because we saw it all together.
Yep.
We went to the movie theaters, and me and you heard the story. But we were like, we're not going to pay attention. We're not going to think about it.
We're just going
to watch the movie as is. And it's the opening scene.
It's the opening scene.
We bust out laughing out loud. Like, It was so noticeable. Like it
Yo,
was right
the
there.
minute he started talking, they showed him. Me and Jason burst out laughing, and I know everybody was like, "What are they laughing?" I'm like, "Bro, I cannot believe they got away with this. I cannot believe they did this. There's no way somebody said, you know what, guys, we're gonna roll with this. There's no way."
Michael B's Fantastic Four, where you can clearly see like the edit in the movie. In the theater that people paid $20 to get into, plus popcorn and nachos, and we can see the edit in the
Bruh,
scenes. That's
it
what I'm
was
saying.
so.
Yes, they will release Sonic stupidly like that on purpose. Absolutely.
Man, I felt like Sonic, but Sonic looked. That, and I'm saying because Sonic looked so bad, there's no way somebody was like, "Oh yeah, guys, this is it. This is the move."
He looked homeless.
He
That's
looked
the Sonic with no rings. No rings.
Yo, man, it like Sonic was down horrendous. Like,
yeah, he looked homeless,
down
bro.
bad.
I was dying.
Did you watch the new Spider-Man?
I did.
Okay, I haven't seen it. Let me know. Watchable?
Oh. Let me add a few disclaimer. Let me add a disclaimer.
Okay.
There might be some bias in how I feel about it, but not in the direct correlation of the quality of the show.
Okay.
I don't think they should. I think they should stop making Spider-Man cartoons, like at all in general. I'm pretty much. I think that well is dry, in my personal opinion.
Didn't you mean say that we were kind of Spider-Man out? Didn't you and me say that?
From a cartoon series standpoint, yes, you can end Spideyverse. And the movies, the Tom Holland movies, I'm great with. But as far as like the cartoon series of Spider-Man, I just feel like it's reaching.
There is a lot of Spider-Man, but I feel like there's a lot of Batman like animated stuff too. Like
I agree there too.
Like Batman, you got Batman animated series, the Batman. I kind of like that one though. Then it was The Brave and the Bold. It's a lot of Batman shows.
But see, the style is so different.
That is true. That is true.
And the writing essentially is different. But Spider-Man is kind of like he's back in high school. He becomes like let me just go into. I'm underwhelmed by both episodes.
Okay. So it takes place basically. He just became Spider-Man. Like he just got bit, basically.
A few. Yeah. It's 2 to 3 months later after
he got bit. Okay. I'm with that.
It has zero connection with the MCU. It has zero connection with any comic book Spider-Man you can think of. So in this one, outside of Aunt May and Dr. Connors, who I'll get to in a second, and Osborn's, all the other characters, and Lincoln, who is Tombstone, but he's not Tombstone yet. They're in high school. That's not spoiler, by the way. You'll see it. But outside of them, everybody is a brand new face. His best friend, who's a female, I can't think of her name, brand new face. The girl he has a crush with, brand new character. They're all brand new characters outside of Osborn and Aunt May. But so it's not connected to none of them. He actually gets his powers because Doctor Strange, a portal opens up, and Doctor Strange randomly starts fighting in front of his high school because a monster was going through a portal, and a spider had came through the portal. And so when Doctor Strange took the monster through the portal and the portal closed, the spider fell on Peter and bit him, and he got it.
Okay, no, you're lying. No, you're lying. So now we're rewriting Spider-Man.
It's a whole new, like, count it as its own multiverse.
See,
it's not connected to the MCU. It's not connected to the MCU. It's its own thing, but it's just told differently than any other Spider-Man show.
You know what that reminds me of, right? That reminds me of the Ninja Turtles movie.
My boy. You are spot on. I didn't even get to that. And that's exactly, you just, Professor Xavier right there. Yes, bro. It reminds me of the Ninja Turtles.
What's good, Ron? What's good, baby?
It's underwhelming, bro.
It's over. So, I remember telling... So I had a real problem with the Ninja Turtles thing, with the new... I thought the movie was good. I didn't like the end, and I didn't like the beginning.
I hated it.
I didn't like the beginning because I think they took something very important from Master Splinter. To me, Master Splinter was, don't get me wrong, he was a caring father, but he wasn't. He didn't have the guidance. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was missing that part, and that's a big part of Master Splinter. That's a big part of him.
And to add on to what you said, I agree with you. The other reason I hate it is because they did too much teenage and not enough ninja.
Yeah. And the fact that
the pop culture stuff, it was them, the TikToks and
yeah, and the fact that they learned how to be ninjas from YouTube and all that. That I was like, okay, that oh
movie was
god,
trash. But Your Neighborhood Spider-Man, yes, it's the same vibe. It's the vibe. One of the things, and I'm asking this Wakanda forever when I say this, by the way. You know what's crazy about the show too? 99.9% are black. Even his friends, the girl he has a crush with, Dr. Connors, is black. A black woman with one arm. The lizard.
Okay.
And you already know Harry and Norman are black.
Yes, I noticed that from the trailer. Okay.
I was like, dang.
Okay.
I hate the animation.
I don't. You know what? I'm going to agree with you right there because when I was watching the trailer, like last week or something, I was like, I don't like this animation style. I don't like the
animation.
I don't like.
I don't want to kill the writing a bit because it's only 2 episodes.
Right, and ain't kick off yet. Yeah.
At least so far, in this case, he is light, as in terms of him being bullied but still being Spider-Man on the low. So they kind of took that aspect out of it too.
Okay. Next question. Will you be watching it any further?
I will watch it further. Maybe at this point, while the story is pretty predictable with Norman being his mentor and knowing exactly where that's going, the only entertainment I can get from it is how they execute the story.
Okay.
Knowing what's coming, not knowing. I don't know. Of course, he's going to be the Goblin. Duh. Right. So,
exactly.
So he's going to turn on him and do all that. So we've seen it before. John Connors and the Lizard. Same thing. So So the execution of how we get there is going to be the most entertaining for me, in spite of me knowing, how the season's going to end. But right now, in the first 2 episodes, I'm underwhelmed. But it's not much story. No story has been set yet. But animation wise, trash. I hate it. I tried to look past it. But I couldn't.
Because the animation is the first thing you see. So it's kind of like, if that doesn't pull you in, it's kind of like,
and again, I will accept my review being biased, and I want to be honest to everybody who watches. I would accept in this case my review being biased because I don't think this show is necessary. Like, we got OG Spider-Man from Fox, and we got Spectacular Spider-Man from the Disney. Those are the 2 of the greatest. You can argue both of them are 2 of the greatest superhero shows ever made.
I agree.
But is anybody watching Spider-Man? Remember Spider-Man Unlimited?
Oh, okay. I have a confession. To make. I kind of like Spider-Man. I liked Spider-Man Unlimited. I don't know if it was a little web cape. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was like the spiders on his watch, the nanotechnology. I don't know what it was, but I liked Spider-Man Unlimited. I did.
I'll be honest. I have a revisionist history about Spider-Man Unlimited. At the time, I liked it, but then as I look back and think about it, I was like, But you know what ticked me off about Spider-Man Unlimited? The way OG Spider-Man ended. When they did, remember the last arc was the multi-Spider-Man
Yes.
arc. Remember that? Armor Spider-Man,
yep.
And, Scarlet Spider and all that?
Yep.
And Madam Web took him to go find Mary Jane because she got lost in the warp with Dots. Remember the villain Dots was in it? I thought they was going to pick up from that to how he found her. But they jumped to Spider-Man Unlimited. This man went to another planet in space. I was like...
To me...
Space versions of Green Goblin.
It was like Jason X. It was like Jason X. Oh, he just wants his machete back.
Goblin is back on an alien planet, bro.
I definitely think Spider-Man, the animated one, the one radioactive that to me, that's the best Spider-Man. I like animated.
Yeah, OG.
The OG, that is the best one. In fact, I got a kick out of it when he was in X-Men 97. And I was like, oh, they're going to do OG Spider-Man. Remember that? Because when he was in X-Men 97, I was like, oh, they're going to do it. They're going to pull out OG Spider-Man. But I don't think it's going to happen. With the Spectacular Spider-Man show, they're not going to do that. They're not.
This is not Spectacular Spider-Man. This is your friendly neighbor.
Right, this is your friendly. Right, your friendly. Yeah, they're not.
I do not want that connected with Spectacular Spider-Man and whatsoever.
They're not.
And did you watch the Spider-Man on MTV?
No, I didn't even know Spider-Man had a show on MTV.
Look it up.
What the hell was that about?
Yeah, there was one on MTV, bro.
What is this? The new animated series. Ooh, this looks terrible.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's like Peter Parker does dope. What is this?
Yes, bro. Yeah, Spider-Man on MTV, bro.
Oh yeah, that's terrible. I'm glad I didn't see that one.
But, yeah.
Okay. So,
damn.
See, now I want to watch it. I want to watch it now, just to.
You might like it, bro. I won't deter you or anybody else from watching it. They might be able to like it more than I did. Like I said,
animation's
like
gonna throw me off though. The animation is gonna throw me off.
It's almost.
The animation gonna throw me off. I can tell.
It's almost how you feel about the Holy Trinity in a way with Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
okay. The only difference with me and Spider-Man and those is that we're getting a super classic modern day Superman movie.
Yeah.
I would not mind a super dope classic modern day Wonder Woman. You know, Gal Gadot is pretty close to that too. So
she is, because the first Wonder Woman was good.
But we can name a good 20 Batman movies and shows that you could argue is top 5, top 10 ever.
Yeah, that's
Same
true.
thing with Spider-Man. You can name so many Spider-Man stuff that's going down goated, and so it's just like, from a cartoon perspective, especially, I don't. For me, it's just no fun in it, for real. Like I'll just turn on OG Spider-Man
and now since that's on Disney Plus, it's like hell yeah, hell yeah.
Watch him become the Man Spider and fight the X-Men and all.
That arc was so good when he became the Man Spider.
Yeah.
And shout out to because he was a freaky looking spider. I was like, oh my god, bro. I was having nightmares about that shit. I'm like, oh my god, this dude. Goodness.
Who was it? Craven, Punisher, and Calypso hunting him down.
And shit, remember when Blade was in that joint? Blade was in that. Morbius was in that. Man, God, that was ahead of his time. That show was really ahead of his time. It really was.
That man said, "Get ready, Spider. We're in for a long night."
That thing was.
Because Peter was trying to go to sleep. He was like, all right, I'll see you tomorrow. He said, tomorrow? Vampires stalk at night, my boy.
Yeah,
get your web shooters.
Yeah.
Get your web shooters.
Oh,
let's go.
God, bro. Oh, my goodness. But
yeah, I'll further watch it. We'll see how it go.
Yeah.
It could be like Agatha all along.
So, and I really need to finish watching that because you did say that was like a top 5 show, right? From yeah. The first 2 episodes, I can tell you, they drag out a little bit. But no, it picks up on the second episode, especially when they're chanting with the door. I was like, okay, cool. It's starting to pick up a lot. So I got to finish watching it because I'm curious to see what's up with the dude because every time he tries to say where he's from or his name, it's like he can't hear himself like being blocked out. So it's like a nice little mystery behind it too. So I want to see that. Yeah. I definitely want to see Sinners.
Yes.
Michael B. Jordan.
Absolutely.
I definitely want to see that.
I can't wait for that one.
I think that's going to be like super good. I think that's going to be like super good.
I can't wait for that one.
I don't think Michael B. Jordan. Okay, never mind. I was lying. I was going to say I don't think Michael B. Jordan has a bad movie, but then I thought about Fantastic Four. That was pretty bad.
He was not the star.
He was not the star. He was not. He was not.
He was just a member on the casting.
Yeah.
A member that was casted. I will not put that on his job.
Yeah, I'm not putting that on him. You're right. Because that was clearly, you're right.
Ill.
I'm happy to know. I don't know if y'all we talked about it last week. But there was a tease with Will Smith in The Matrix. So we thought maybe they was coming out with another Matrix movie. Thank God they are not. So
some with Big Sean.
Yeah, it was some song or something he had with Big Sean. Thank God.
After finding out it was about Big Sean, I was actually more interested in the movie.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I agree.
Now I don't care at all. Sorry. Cares now.
This was I saw this one too that I wanted to talk about. Marvel star Benedict Cumberbatch says Doctor Strange is skipping Avengers Doomsday,
Mm-hmm.
but is a central part of Secret Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hit my cheek. Maybe I should. Okay. One, the whole Doomsday thing, you already know I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of the whole Doomsday thing. I don't like the fact that they're gonna pull Robert Downey Jr. in to play Doomsday. I don't like that at all. There are so many good actors that could have played Doomsday. So many. You chose Robert Downey Jr. And it's not, first of all, it's not because I don't like Robert Downey Jr. It's because he has served his time and it's time for him to move on. But you know what? If they're going to probably pay him $400 million to replace the role, well, I wouldn't turn it down either. I wouldn't turn it down.
Unlimited Chick-fil-A gift
Unlimited
card.
Chick-fil-A nuggies.
Yep. $100 DoorDash credit. They hooked him up to come back.
I want Skittles, but in my bowl, I only want the green Skittles.
They hooked him up.
So,
I know they hooked him up.
What do you think that means?
But Robert Downey coming back?
No, with Benedict not being in Doomsday.
Before I answer your question, and I'm kind of answering and asking at the have they started filming either movie?
I don't know that. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I do not know if they started filming yet.
Well, this tells me that Doctor Strange is the leader of the Avengers, and I think he's the star of the movie. Think about who can be a part of the event. Now, before people get to talk about multiverses and time warps, we are talking about the core cast of the Avengers before the time warps and all that stuff happened.
That's...
How can Benedict Cumberbatch not be the leading face of the Avengers from a superstar standpoint? And this one we had Tony and we had Robert Downey and Chris Evans kind of sharing the role as being the superstars of the movie. Who's if we're talking business, who is the box office? Who's your front man to make sure that this movie will deliver? And are they going to use Robert Downey as the villain, as the face? See what I'm saying? This might be one of those pull Doctor Strange in that just come save the day second movie.
And
they get punished the first one. They call Doctor Strange. Yeah. And he come back Sorcerer Supreme and save the day.
And I actually asked you about that because, for those of you who don't know, Marvel is pulling they're pulling a DC move because the Russo brothers, y'all know them. They have directed some of the best movies in the franchise: Infinity War, Endgame. You know what I'm saying? They're actually set. Apparently, they put them on some new movie contracts. They're going to take over, like the X-Men reboot and a couple other movies. So they're pulling a DC move. They're pulling a DC move. Okay, they're pulling a DC move.
They're doing continuity, keep it more.
Keep it
more glued together than before. It's still amazing that they was able to pull it off with like 4-5 different directors of 4 or 5 different movies, still being able to make sure that no matter how different the style of your movie is, you better make sure your movie connect to the next one.
The next one. So, and okay, if I'm being honest, they as far as connecting stuff, there's nobody better that does it. I'm going to give Marvel their props, okay? I was actually saying this. I don't want the DCU to be where we got to stay behind after the post-credit to see what's coming next. Okay, like you know how in every movie for the Marvel, the post-credit scene has something to do with something coming up, you know, something like that. You know, maybe one big one, like when Thanos put his hand in the thing, or like when they open up and you see the Infinity glove, the glove. I'm like, oh, okay, the gauntlet. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, I can deal with that. But I was like, every movie we got to see something behind. I don't want the DCU to be like that. Yeah, I don't want the DCU, and I feel like James Gunn is already doing a good job of that because one, he's showing you his people in the movies already. So if you look at the Superman trailer, we got Mr. Terrific, you got Hawk Girl, you got Metamorpho. Like you're seeing what he's envisioning right here.
Yeah, that's enough.
That's enough. That's enough.
Yeah.
I know the Russo brothers are gonna. I feel like you're right. They're gonna pull Doctor Strange for a save the day type moment.
That's my assumption.
I agree with that. I agree with that. But I'm really curious how the Doomsday thing is gonna go now. I'm really curious. And more than anything, I told you that as far as anything, I'm Spider-Man out. I don't want another Spider-Man. I'm Spider-Man out. But I'm curious and want to see Doomsday, how this is going to play out, because I want to see how much writing or rewriting they had to do since the Jonathan Majors thing.
Yeah, I just want to see Robert Downey act.
I don't, and I have my thoughts.
How he does it.
I'm 99% sure they're going to go with something that he crossed minds or something with Doom. I feel like it's going to go that way because I remember kind of reading a comic or hearing about a comic like that. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be that, but I just don't know how they're going to make it happen.
He got to be menacing. I want to see if he can be menacing.
No, I don't think Robert Downey can be menacing.
Then the character's dead.
I agree because Doomsday. I mean, Doomsday is not like that. Absolutely. You know, if they could do anybody, I hate to say it. No, not hate to say it. It would have to be Willem Dafoe because he's an excellent actor. Willem Dafoe will murder. He will murder Doomsday. He would murder Doomsday. He would have been the perfect role for Doomsday.
I agree.
And I'm going to shift gears real quick. I finally thought about who can play Jon Stewart if it wasn't for Aaron Pierre.
Shout out to Aaron Pierre.
Shout out to Aaron Pierre because I still would like him to be. But J.K., the dude from Hotel Artemis, the black dude, his name is J.K. Hotel Art. God, I can't. God damn it. He's in that new show. Sterling K. Brown. That's his name. Sterling K. Brown. Look him up and let me know if I was like, dude, he could have played Jon Stewart.
Yeah, he was in American Fiction.
Yeah. It took me a long time to figure it out. I was like, damn, this dude, Sterling K. Brown would have been the perfect Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
He would have been the perfect Jon Stewart. I was
American
like, God
Fiction
damn
was
it.
fire, by the way.
No, American Fiction was fire. So Willem Dafoe should have played Doomsday because I don't think Robert Downey's gonna be able to pull it off.
Doom.
Dr. Doom. God damn it.
I know it's easy to say Doomsday though.
Yeah, I don't think Willem Dafoe would have been a perfect Dr. Doom. And I'm going to tell you right now, he's not going to sell it for us. He's not going to sell it. He's not going to sell it. He
ain't going to do good in a role.
Yep, he's not going to do good in a role. Because you're right, Doomsday has to be, God damn it, Dr. Doom. I keep calling him Doomsday. Dr. Doom has to be menacing. He has to have it.
Yeah.
It's not Robert. It's not Robert. That's not his role. That's not his role.
I forgot. Maybe your boy, what's your man's name? Pascal. Maybe he'll be the star of Avengers. I forgot the Fantastic Four movie. Forgot about that.
Don't even get me started on that. He was not a good pick for Doctor.
But Pascal, I think would Pascal supersede Cumberbatch as the star of the Avenger movie? When I say star, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about star in terms of the good guy side, not star of the whole movie. Because I think Robert Downey is the ultimate superstar of the entire thing. But who's your leading hero in the movie?
I don't think it's going to be. I don't think enough people know about the Fantastic Four to for him to be, or anybody from the Fantastic Four to be a dominant person.
Even Pascal as an actor, I mean, star power wise, like
star power.
They don't care about that. You know they don't care about that. You know they don't. You know Disney don't care. Man, if Will Smith was Mr. Fantastic, you already know where this going.
Yeah, that's right. When did Mr. Fantastic become black? It would be all up in arms. No, I think Robert is going to be too big for the movie. I think he's going
Who's the good? Who's going to be the good guy side of that? Who's your leading hero? Is what I'm asking.
Cumberbatch.
Even over Pascal.
Yep. Yeah, you may be right.
Do you think Disney and
no, I lied.
Do you
the dude who's playing Johnny Storm? I feel like he's big enough to do that from his time in Stranger Things and all that.
Going into the Avengers, being the leading good guy.
I feel like he may be the leading good guy.
They're not gonna give it to Cuz.
You don't think so?
Over Pascal and Cumberbatch.
All right, let me ask you this: do you think the dude who plays Johnny Storm, you think he's a better actor than Pedro?
That's a tough question to ask. That's a tough one to ask. But I'm talking from a star power perspective. They're not gonna put him over Pascal or Cumberbatch.
You're right, because they got to show off how smart Reed Richards is.
When you go and put trailers for your movie or your bright lights your movie, we already know Robert Downey's name is going to be there. Who's the second name?
Pedro. I mean,
so will he lead the Avengers? You get what I'm saying? Will he be the face of the Avengers as the lead role on the hero side? Robert Downey's the lead of the whole thing.
Right.
Is Michael Keaton? Is Jack Nicholson? Jack Nicholson. You see what I'm saying?
You may be right. You
see what I'm asking?
Yeah, right? I got you. And I don't think nobody's gonna be able to top Pascal. You're right. Javon, many didn't think the Joker was Heath's role either. However, we know how that went. That said, I lean towards he will do okay. Now, okay, all right. Here's the thing about Heath Ledger, though. Okay, that is a very, very, very good point. But let me break down why Heath was a once in a lifetime thing. One, because if you remember, the Joker was getting a whole new spin. Okay, this was unlike Heath's Joker was unlike any Joker we have seen before. His Joker didn't care about anything. Now, don't get me wrong. Jack Nicholson murdered his Joker because that's how his Joker was written. His Joker was written completely different. It completely flipped what people had and probably moving forward had for the Joker. Because I feel like because he did it so good, the Joker had to be rewritten in a lot of other places. Same thing with the Penguin. The Penguin is always known as the butt joke of Batman. Okay, he wasn't. Even though I know from the comic books and people who read it know that he's a serious villain, people don't see him as a serious villain. Then the Penguin show comes out, changes people's whole mindset of the Penguin. He did that for the Joker. I don't think Robert is going to be able to do that for Dr. Doom. One, because all people are going to see is Iron Man. That's number one. All people are going to see is Iron Man.
What if he never take the mask off?
Because he revealed himself, everybody still want to know it's Iron Man. Like, if he never took the mask off, and I actually say, if he never took the mask off at Comic-Con or the Disney Expo, he probably would have sold it a lot better because nobody would have known.
That's real.
He probably would have sold it a lot better.
Do you think he shows his face in the movie?
Yes. He has to. There's no way he can't.
They got it. They can't. But his face is supposed to be disfigured. So
right, it's supposed to be disfigured. Absolutely. But you know,
I know they're going to at least start the first part one of the Avengers Doom movie or whatever it's called. I know they're probably going to show him without the mask. Yeah, and some backstory or whatever.
Right. Exactly. And but that's another thing.
If they allow him to do it like through.
Dude, you just brung up another good point. They're going to have to show his face because they're going to have to show Reed Richards and Victor Von Doom being buddy and being rivals. They're going to have to show that.
They might not even write it that way, bro. And you're right in how you're saying it, but they might not even write it that way. I agree with you. I know what you're about to say.
Okay, here's my next question. Do you think people who read the comic books know that Dr. Doom is probably one of the most badass villains in the Marvel universe.
This man took the Beyonders power. Well, the Beyonder kind
Dude,
of allowed.
he literally created his own reality. Like, the man is nice. Do you think they're going to make him that level in the movie?
Not in 2 Avengers movies.
So, do you think? So, okay, now, okay, follow me, Davey. So, do you think it's going to be more than 2 movies?
Unless they gonna have him do what Thanos was doing, like in one every 2-3 movies, the end credit scene is him being angry that he can't get the stone until he finally said, "If you want something done, I guess I got to do it myself." Yeah. But as far as I know, so at least for now, there's no confirmation if he's in the Fantastic Four movie. I don't know what movies they got coming out before.
He has to be at least, even if they don't say he's Dr. Doom, he has to say his name. Like, oh, like he meets he reads Reed and like, oh, I'm Victor. He doesn't even have to say, but we know, oh, that's Doom. You know what I'm saying?
There's no confirmation when Fantastic, there's no release, right?
I know there's no release date yet, if I'm not mistaken.
You got that coming out before the Avengers movie?
Yes, it has to. It has to. You can't introduce the Fantastic Four before the Avengers when we don't know the lineup. People have to know the lineup, and they got to know their powers.
So we got Brave New World in about 2-3 weeks.
Yep.
We got Ironheart in the summer, and then Fantastic Four. That's the only 3 known movie project coming out at least before the 2 Avengers.
Yes, absolutely. Marquez said, "Is Robert Downey Jr. His face is going to be in as much as possible." And you're not lying. So, okay. So, are you?
That's crazy. I agree with him too, but that's crazy. That's crazy.
But it's true.
That's now that doesn't make any sense. Not going.
I definitely think they're going to. They have to introduce them. They have to introduce the Fantastic Four first before you start an Avengers movie. If I give it anything, I give Brave New World is going to have some hint of them where he's like, oh, call Reed or call Susan or call Johnny, call Ben. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like it's going to be something along that line.
When should they start? I mean, should they even start just waiting for the Avengers movie? You want them to start now?
I feel like they should start now because you're not going to have a chance to see. Okay, we both know Reed Richards is one of the most powerful minds.
I would feel way different, and this is not going to happen because, I mean, I don't know if this is a bad idea or not, but I would feel way different if RDJ gets casted in the Fantastic Four movie. That might change things. As in casted. Some type of significant role, not 5 minutes or an ending scene credit. I mean, actually casted.
If he got cast,
is the villain.
If he got cast in there, I don't think they would make it public. Like, I don't think they would put it on the thing because that would be a big spoiler for people. So I think they wouldn't even put it on the thing, like on the little casting information.
Yeah. I don't have a great theory because I don't know when Fantastic Four or the Avengers movies.
So now this thing says Fantastic Four First Steps 2025. It does not have a release date. It says 2025. That's all it says.
This year. Damn.
So it's going to be this year.
I know the Avengers movie is not coming this year, so if that's the case, I'm with you then, Josh. They gotta start teasing now.
Man, what the? They got to start teasing now. They have to.
Yeah.
They have to.
They just gonna throw that man. They just gonna throw that man in the middle of the Avengers, just on top though, just like straight like that.
Off buck.
Straight like that though, like
straight like
I'm
that.
I'm Doom and I'm here.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, like, I'm telling you right now, dude, and I'm curious to see where this movie is going to be set. Like, because the time frame looks like it's going to be like back in the day. Because a lot of the stuff looks older. And I could just be reading in. Like, even the symbol for the Marvel Studios Fantastic Four first, it looks old school. So I don't know. I'm really curious to see how this is where is this gonna fall? I'm really curious.
We getting 3 MCU movies this year.
Brave and Bold.
Ironheart. Brave New World.
Ironheart.
Yeah.
Dude, and how come that's been silent? How come Ironheart? How come they haven't talked about Ironheart? Okay, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Is it because she's a black female? And why haven't we heard about Ironheart? What's going on with that? When's the last time you heard anything about Ironheart?
And you know what's even crazier? I'm gonna take it even a step further.
Bruh.
You know the difference. You see the difference in trailers between
Black. Go ahead and say it.
Brave New World, they kind of giving you the movie. Ironheart, they kind of giving you the movie. Superman, Bama's is going crazy off an extra 30 seconds of a scene that we didn't see in one trailer that we got to see in the other one.
Bruh, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Wait, it's Iron.
Wait. But this thing says Ironheart is going to be a series.
Oh, it's a series.
This thing says Ironheart miniseries.
Because the dude that's been in a bunch of movies, he was in Twisters.
Brooklyn. Dude, he was in Transformers.
Was he in Transformers?
Yeah, Brooklyn. That was every time.
So that's a series. It's not a movie.
It's going to be a series.
My apologies.
But he was good in Twisters. I'm not going to lie to you.
So we getting 2 MCU movies this year.
Okay, but then here's another thing. When is Ironheart going to drop? When is this going to drop?
Is it supposed to be this year?
It's supposed to be this year.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not going to hold you, bro. They doing my
Avengers
people dirty.
might be what year is it? 2025? Maybe Avengers is coming like 2028. So maybe we got this. What 2025? No,
2028, Jason. I may be dead by then.
I'm sorry.
I may be dead by then.
Let's go late 2026, 2027. I'm assuming.
Oh, no, I think that's too early.
But I just said 2028.
But you said 2026, right?
Late 2026.
I may give it 2027. You have 2027. I feel
so we might get between now and 2027, we can get a good amount of movies that are set up Doctor.
You think so?
Well, we don't need much. I hope they know that they don't need much because learning their lesson.
Marquez said Ironheart is in June.
Right, okay.
Okay, all right. So here we go. All right, hear me out. Ironheart starts it off. So maybe Ironheart meets up with the... I know it's not going to happen. Okay? I'm wishful thinking. I know it's not going to happen. But maybe she's on the phone. She had a problem with her suit. She's like, oh, I should call Reed. Wishful thinking.
Definitely.
I know it's not going to happen. But then...
I'm going to keep it a bean. At best, I got the girl from Hawkeye calling her at the end of the movie. It might be the Young Avengers. It might be the Young Avengers type movie. I don't think Ironheart will have anything to do with the Avengers. I could be wrong, but I think that's kind of a throwaway movie. I think they consider that a throwaway movie. I ain't gonna lie. Respectfully.
Okay.
Brave New World. Yes, I'm assuming for that one.
Do you think because they're black heroes, they get less advertisement time than everybody else? Because I'm going to tell you what, I haven't seen a trailer for Brave New World. Now, beg to differ.
You haven't looked.
I was about to say, beg to differ. I don't watch a lot, and I get everything commercial free. I don't watch ads. Bro, I don't have anything to be paid ads.
They just released another extended trailer, if not a couple days ago, no later than last week.
Okay.
So yeah, they are promoting.
But I haven't heard anything about Ironheart.
I agree there. I only saw the one initial trailer that they released.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen much.
I haven't seen anything about Ironheart. Anything. And you would think...
I think with that one, as we clearly see, because it was supposed to be a movie that it ended up being a TV series, I think that Joe must have been going through some production hell.
Yeah, it could be.
But we don't know about it because there's no interest there from the fans, I'm assuming. And
now, do you think...
And she's not a superstar actress in Hollywood,
she's not.
Respectfully.
No, but I don't even think it has to do with her. I think it has to do because she's a black female.
Look at Armor Wars. Remember they asked Don Cheadle about Armor Wars. He said, what is that?
Marquez said she's going to be fighting Condiment Man or something like that.
My man with the two guns and I forgot his name.
Mustard the ketchup.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
I
Yeah.
definitely feel like because I haven't heard anything about Ironheart, and I truly think it's because of her being a. And I could just be reaching, but I feel like
No, it's all
June
of
we could at least heard something by now.
it's part it's part race. I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's part Disney or MCU Studios at this day and age being terribly ran. As you Armor Wars is gone,
Yep.
Blade is gone, Ironheart went from a movie to a TV show.
Yep.
I'll even add another step. You kind of killed her in Black Panther
You
2
did.
by making her irrelevant in
Yep.
like
You
10
did.
minutes.
You did. And I will stand by that. I don't even think. Okay, here we go. Don't cancel me, but let's be real. Her being in Black Panther should not have happened. It was they rushed her origin. They rushed it. So you don't even get a chance to see. Okay, they say that she got to go to MIT. Okay, boom. But they don't make no other assumption like she's super smart. She was this, that. It was really rushed. I was not feeling it. I was not feeling it. Now, if she started out in another show, maybe a show, I think it would have been better. I think it would have been better.
This man Namor told Shuri after the first 10 to 15 minutes of the movie where everybody was looking for Ironheart, when he finally captures them both, he goes, "Oh no, I wasn't really looking." He killed the whole little machine or whatever they were looking for that he had that his took. This man ended up saying, "We didn't really care about that for real. We wasn't really looking for."
Bruh,
thank you for killing her character.
Yeah,
for the rest of the movie. That was beautiful.
I'm not gonna hold you, bro. They got us down bad. They got us down bad, and I'm blaming Disney with that because
Shuri went and protected a girl that nobody was really looking for.
Yeah, and I'm so upset with that because here it is.
They killed it.
This woman is playing Ironheart, and it's like no. Besides Wakanda Forever, we haven't heard anything else about it. Nothing.
It's like hiring a coach to coach a trash team, and then when they suck, blame it on the coach and fire them.
Yeah.
That's what happened with Shuri and Miles. They're like, oh, even though we Black Panther 2 made all this money, and Angela Bassett got nominated, the rest of you didn't. That means you suck.
Yeah.
It's like, but you wrote the rest of them as trash.
And I think she did so good as Ironheart too. I think she did good, but I once again, I've said it plenty of times, leave it to Hollywood when it's a black character. You know what? Hold on. Especially when it's a black superhero, they're written terribly. We talked about Black Lightning. It's like they pick a generic book and it's like, okay, this is how every black person is raised. Like,
and shout out to the cast. They got as much as they could out of that show.
They did.
Movie, man.
They did.
The cast really did a good job.
They did.
Black Lightning was okay.
It was okay. But it was
okay.
It was another show.
Better than what it was supposed to.
If it had the same writing effort as the Flash, it probably would have been better than the Flash or Green Arrow.
It's like the Temptations made an album in a basement. Like that's how it feels. It
was
album
and you could tell. And we talked about this too. You can tell the effort that they put into the special effects in Black Lightning, Batgirl, and then when you watch something like The Flash, you go like, damn, did they have the same damn budget? Like, even with Green Arrow, there was time I was watching Green Arrow Flash. Like, this is like high movie quality special effects.
And this is a diss and a compliment at the same time. People think that James Gunn's Superman movie look worse than Superman and Lois effects.
Superman and Lois did look. Their effects were good, though.
That's what I'm saying, and that's a compliment for people to look at a movie and go, man, this made the lowest. I'm like, the W? Y'all compared it like that?
Yeah.
But that's
It
a
was low key.
compliment to. But that's way better than what they was doing. The Black Lightning real life felt like they was on a Power Ranger set.
And facts though,
Like
facts. It looked like they right. It was like they. It was. A.S. League is low key disrespectful because they had generic characters without heart. Static Shock was one of the first examples of black superhero that people could identify with. I agree with that. Static Shock was great show, great writing, but see, then again too, because it was animated, I feel like okay, the budget is like, oh yeah. So, but I agree. I do feel like for black stuff, and Static Shock kind of low key flew under the radar, but that was a good ass show.
Richie's father was racist.
Super racist. Super racist. Like it's so because I swear I knew they was gonna go that the first episode, like with Black Lightning. He gets pulled over by the cops. I was like, okay, here we go. It's the super generic thing. This is where we gonna go
right in front of the school.
Right in front of the school. The white cop is accusing the black man. I'm like, here we go. Then the show started to progress. And then it was like right when it was getting good, it just downhill. But and even with Batgirl. A as Lee said, yeah, he was racist though. He was super racist. Low key, he really was.
He said, "Am I about to come over your house for dinner one sometimes?"
Bro, Batgirl too. I think Batgirl started off good, and then it just got super bad.
Y'all told me not to watch it.
You didn't miss anything.
Then they cast a new Batgirl, right?
And then it really went downhill. Then it's like by the time she got on, they was like, we're not even gonna put effort into writing the show anymore. Like seriously, it got super bad when she got on. And once again, she was a black female. So why when the black female get on the show? Nosedive.
No, man. I don't know.
Nosedive.
I mean, I know, but it's just like it's messed up. Man.
I'm trying to tell you, it took a straight nosedive. I was like, oh. And then here yet, back in the Flash, we're back in the damn Speed Force. Oh, now the Speed Force has feelings. What? What is going on here? So
then the Speed Force had 5 different virtues.
I'm like, what am I watching?
Different people.
I said the damn Speed Force got a whole damn Family Matters episode within the Speed Force.
Yeah, all five of them. Nah, we should not help the Flash. Let's leave them alone. I'm like,
what's going on here, guys?
Don't y'all factor into his powers? Don't y'all kind of like
it
gotta
was
help
so
him?
weird. And it's like every time the WB or they get going, how many times did we talk about? How many times did Oliver get back on that island? Like, damn, how many times are you going to visit this damn island? We've been here 1,000 times already.
He went back there. Deathstroke locked up in.
Terrible. It was terrible.
Deathstroke locked up with.
It's crazy to think about. But the industry acts as if it weren't any cool black female superheroes. Absolutely. For some reason, they make the live action version slap a power Skip and Spike and call it a day. I agree. Because no, did you ever see so Vixen had a show.
I did not know that.
It was animated. It was actually good. It was actually good. It was only like 4 or 5 episodes though, but it was actually good. Yeah. But it does when it comes to like black heroes, okay, it's kind of like that's why I'm kind of glad. I'm so glad that James Gunn showed Mr. Terrific. Yeah. Mr. Terrific is like a powerful mind in the DC universe. He's damn near up there with Reed, like practically is up there with Reed Richards. The fact that he chose him, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I do too.
I love that he chose Mr. Terrific. Somebody who doesn't have superpowers, but their mind is, even Batman looks up to this man. Like when Batman first meets Mr. Terrific, he's like, oh, you're the smartest mind I heard in the universe. Like it's respect. And you know when Batman gives you some shit, now you know You know.
I'm just happy he is using the creative license that is in his bag, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not at the top of the bag.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
mostly everybody
in,
does.
but he's in the bottom.
Metamorpho, Mr. Terrific.
Guy Gardner. I ain't gonna hold you. Guy Gardner too. That was a reach for him too. Like even
okay, y'all try Supergirl. Let me brand it for.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say this before we get out of here. If you have not watched Creature Commandos, you're slipping.
Yeah,
you're slipping. Creature Commandos is like that.
Lieutenant Robo, that's my man. That's my Nazis. Goo, 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 goo.
Your man said, "Are we Nazi?" Like your man just rose up. Oh my god!
That man said, "That sounds like something a Nazi would say."
Bruh, and to see everybody's backstory though,
that's
the Weasel one. The Weasel one, bro. That one.
The fish girl.
The fish girl. That one kind of that kind of had your boy crying. Yeah. I ain't gonna. I was
she was not the only one that wasn't a monster,
bruh.
And it was
just a dad. Okay, you know what? Let me not say, because if you haven't seen Creature Commandos, it's on HBO Max. I don't even care if you got to buy HBO Max at this point. Just go ahead and buy it. Just go ahead and buy it. Just go ahead and buy HBO Max at this point, because you need to see Creature Commando. You know he's coming out with Waller. You got Peacemaker season 2. You might as well. There's no way we can't watch the rest of this stuff. There's no way. Any closing remarks for you, Jay?
Yes, people listening, please let James Gunn in the Superman movie, let it breathe, man. Allow them to gain your equity. I understand that Warner Brothers has been Jerry Jones for a very, very long time. But the only difference in this case is Jerry Jones hired Andy Reid or Bill Belichick to coach the DCU.
Let him cook.
So please let him cook. If it's bad, I'm going to ride with y'all.
Right.
If it's good, then ride with us. But let him breathe, y'all.
Let him breathe.
See, because it's a Marvel movie. I think it's still the mindset of Marvel movie, okay, I'll give it a shot because for most of the time, they've always done right by me.
Yep.
And when Warner Brothers says, what? Superman?
Oh, no. That's gross.
They screwed up the last one.
They screwed up. Agreed. Let this man cook. Look, guys, we're stamping it here. 8/15, episode 91. If that Superman movie is under a 7, my mistake. I was down bad. Okay?
You know you're going to hear it from me. You're going to hear it from me.
Jason's never going to let me hear the end of it. Like, okay, I will tell y'all, I will take the hit, but I am super confident that nothing out the DCU from Creature Commandos moving forward is going to be under a 7.
I don't agree with that part.
Nothing is going to be under a 7.
Just let James. And Creature Commandos not below a 7.
Not at all. That one.
So far, so good.
So good
for his streak.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Yep.
He's good on one leg of his parlay, but the rest of it, I'm not with him on. But please give James Gunn and Superman. Don't give him a break, but just
don't give him a break. Just let him cook.
Breathe, bro. Just wait till the movie come out. If it's something wrong with the trailer, allow him to correct it if he thinks something wrong with it. But let's just wait for the movie to drop, and then if we're gonna kill it, we're gonna kill it.
We're gonna kill it. We're gonna kill it. No, you won't. You're standing on the hill like Thor: Love and Thunder. You're right, but you're right. I get it. Look, guys, I'm stamping it. You heard it here first. Nothing out the DCU is going to be less than a 7. Nothing. Ooh. Whether it's TV or movies. I'm standing on it. Look, and here's my proof. Out of everything that James Gunn has did, and let's just take his Guardians movies, none of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies have been under a 7.
I think you come because I asked you about 2 in Guardians 2.
Guardians, even though Guardians 2 is the least, like, out of anything, that may be the 7. Guardians 1, easily a 10. 9 or 10, easily.
12.
Easily. Guardians 3, 8. Hey, I give it an 8.
I'm at a 7, but I'll still
Okay, a 7. Okay, okay, what's it? But I expect Superman film to kill the box office. I do think that's going to kill the box office. Yeah. Even if it's bad, people are going to see it. But he said, "No, you bugging. We might get one mediocre one." No, I can't. No 5s. No 5s. I'm calling right now. No 5s, guys. It will only be 7 and above. That's it.
That's a double entendre bar right there. No 5, guys. I call man. You be rapping. You be writing balls when we. That was a ball. No 5 guys. I got you.
No 5 guys, baby. No 5 guys. Big back activity. No 5 guys. Big back activity. No 5 guys, guys. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm leaving room for my heart to be prepared that one of his movies may not be. I'm leaving room for the disappointment, bro. I got to.
I'm calling it. Nothing James Gunn put out would be less than a 7. I'm calling it.
I can't. Boy, I can't.
I'm calling it.
You better be right.
Well, y'all,
you better be right.
That is it. Thanks for everybody in the chat. Make sure you like, subscribe. We really try to be every Wednesday. We're getting more consistent. Thanks for stepping in the chat. Remember, if you can't be good at it. Man.